Welcome back to the Proximity is Power podcast. I'm freaking stoked for today. We got the Garth Massey in the house. Garth, thanks for being here, man.
Hey, it's great to be here.
It's going to be a party.
Can't wait, dude. Let's get after it.
A quick bio on Garth. So he is from Southern California. He is the co-founder of Grit Marketing. So one of the largest door-to-door pest companies in the country. He's the president of sales there and kicks ass over there.
Come on.
I've heard.
Yes. Everyone
at the Grit loves Garth like he's a freaking stud. High caliber recruiter, leader, salesperson, just a baller. He's also married with 3 boys now. So I'm pumped to chat today, man.
Stoked on it. Stoked for it, dude. Thanks for having me.
This is gonna be fun. So Garth, you're from Southern California.
Yes.
What was that like growing up?
Yeah, dude. From a little town called Yucaipa. It's funny whenever anybody asks me, like, where are you from? I would say, like, in between Huntington Beach and, like, Palm Springs, because Yucaipa it's, like, more trailer parks than houses. Like, it's ghetto, Inland Empire.
Nice.
It's 909. But it was good, dude. Like, family grew up just lower middle class. Like, my dad worked at Desert Industries down there. Like, there's 3 in Southern California, so he was there. Mom was a stay-at-home mom. But it was good, dude. My parents are always hard workers. So Southern California is great. Grew up skating, surfing, snowboarding, all the good things. But had a great childhood. Learned hard work. But dude, yeah, just parents, 3 brothers. Just a good time. Southern California is a vibe. I don't think I'm ready to go back.
Yeah.
It's funny, when you're in California, everyone's like, there's no chance I'm going to live in Utah. No chance. Went on a mission, came back, and I was like, damn, I think I got to go to Utah. But it was good, dude. Southern California is rad. I really liked it.
Heck yeah. So growing up, did you have any ideas what you wanted to do for a living?
Yeah, like I always knew that I really liked talking with people, and I was always like really good at like making friends. So I thought that, like, I would be like a lawyer. That's what I thought. My parents always pushed me to do that. Super conservative household too. So it was like, get good grades, go to college, get a doctor, lawyer, one of those 2 jobs. My dad, like, so much of who I am is from him. He is just an amazing salesman, but he didn't have like these type of opportunities. So he really like took one for the team, found a job that was just like a super like steady. Working for the church is just steady, great benefits, easy pay. Like it's just really, really safe. So, but had he, had the opportunities that we have nowadays, I think he would be doing sales or something way, way different. But, yeah, dude, I thought that was going to be the route, was going into law, graduated high school. I was like, okay, I'm going to do college. Went on a mission, came back, and I was like, all right, I'll go to BYU. I'll go to BYU. But as soon as I got there, it was more like, dude, I'm not ready to go to school for 4 years and then hopefully get into a good law school, go to law school for 3-4 years, and then be like a peon, just get absolutely just bodied for like 4 or 5 years to hopefully eventually one day become a partner or this or whatever. So it was like, okay, that's not it. That's not it. Cause like also with my dad, something so amazing was, dude, he didn't miss a baseball game. He didn't miss a soccer game. Were we like the richest family? No, for sure not. But he always made an effort. So I was like, okay, I need to be that for my kids. And then I was like, all right, I think I'll be an optometrist because I can make my hours. I'll make great money, but I can't do blood. I get shots. I pass out. I got my TB shot after the mission, passed out. But I was like, oh, dude, be an optometrist, an eye doctor, like
There's no blood.
There's no blood in that. Like I'm doing like the little what's better, 1, 2, 2, 3. But then the first day of anatomy at BYU with the cadaver, full passed out. So I was like, damn. But I didn't drop out soon enough. So I ended up having to stick out Chem 105. Ended up getting like a C- minus in Chem 105. So I was like, all right, can't get into the business school either because that C- is absolutely going to cook me. So decided to go with the next best with good old economics, dude.
Heck yeah.
And then obviously I found sales before that, but had no idea what I wanted to do. Just kept jumping around until kind of like sales opened up the door that, the door that I'm in now, into the house that I'm in now.
Awesome. And where did you serve your mission?
Argentina, Resistencia. So up north.
How'd that go?
Dude, it was great. Went when I was 19. I went right when the age change happened. Had no idea though what to expect. Had never really been out of the country. But dude, it's so good. Like missions, whether it's you're a member of the church, whether you're not a member of the church, dude, getting out at like a young age. And this is why I think even sales is so amazing. Dude, guys that go on missions to just hard places or really anywhere, dude, 2 years, you don't realize how long that is till you get out there. And I remember in the MTC, one of the teachers was like, I would give any amount of money to switch spots with you. I'm like, come on,
Please.
like I'll give you any amount of money to switch spots with me just because it's 2 years is such a long time. But it really is like, you know, church aside, dude, you just learn how to grow up. You just kind of learn to turn into an adult. You have to buy your own groceries. You got to do your own laundry. You got to do all those things. So it was really good, dude. Had great leadership experiences, met some people that are friends for life. But yeah, I just attribute the fact that I was able to like grow up in those 2 years. I just turned into, I also hit puberty on my mission. I went out, you know, like weighing 120 pounds, came back like 180, 6 foot
That's
tall.
awesome.
Like I was tiny in high school.
Yeah.
So came back and it just kind of felt like, all right, like time for life to begin.
Wow.
And that's how it was, but amazing.
That's
so
awesome.
good. So good.
And then how'd you get into door to door? Tell us about that.
Yeah, dude. Southern California is not a thing, right? Like my cousin did Vivint, but this is kind of when Vivint, I think, switched from Apex to Visit Vivint like 2014. Or I think it was Apex. And, you know, the rumors like, oh, Apex had to change their name because they were getting sued so many times. Like it was all that dumb crap. And then one of my homies from my mission was like, Garth, come to Houston, Texas and sell pest control. Never heard of it. I was like, no, like you can make like 30 grand. I'm like, no, you just, bro,
No way.
you just can't. And then ended up somehow getting on a call with Connor Ruggiero. So he had just switched to Altera from White Knight. And he's like, no, the average guy made like 22 grand. And so much in my life, dude, I don't feel like I'm great at like anything. I think I'm like good at everything that I do, but it's like, you know, there's some people that are just great. Like my business partner, John Taylor, for some reason, dude, he's just great at everything he does, whether it's pickleball, whether it's running a marathon, whatever it is, John just like picks it up so fast. With me, I'm just like, I'm better than average at everything I do. I'm like the jack of all trades.
Yeah.
So for me with my decision, it was like, okay, on my mission, I think I was better than average. In school, I'm better than average. In wrestling, I was better than average. Baseball, better than average. It's like, okay, $22,000. Like, I think I'll be better than average. So I was like, all right, we call ourselves the grit. We're not sales guys. We're like business guys. We're going to be make sense guys. We'll only do the job until it makes sense to do something else, or only do it until it makes sense.
Right.
So for me, that buddy reached out to me. He's like, let's do Houston, Texas. I was like, all right, talk to Connor. He made it make sense. Before I know it, I'm shipping off, driving 24 hours to I still think, dude, Houston is, have you sold in Houston?
I've had a team in Houston, but
Dude, it's so hot.
Yeah.
It is I think it's the hottest place on earth. Dude.
yeah.
But went out there and like had an amazing, went out with my cousin, sold like 244 accounts and like made 25 grand more or less. And I was just rich, you know, at 25 grand. What are we talking about,
Right.
dude? But then after that, it kind of opened my eyes. That first summer was like, whoa, like when you learn to sell, you learn that, and obviously the Grant Cardone Sell or Be Sold, everything is sales, dude. Like, and when you realize that everything is negotiable, like prices are just made up numbers that people decide to price things with. So when that kind of clicked in my mind, it was like everything is sales, dating, asking for raises, dude, asking for discounts at restaurants. Like this whole world is just a big world of sales. And like, I don't feel like you can really grasp that until you just go through the ringer, you know, for those 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
And that's when I came back. And like I said, I'm really good at like, maybe what I'm great at, maybe the one thing I'm actually great at is like making friends. So recruiting came super naturally, came super natural. So and we were just talking about this before the podcast started. I recruited like 30 of my buddies, just all mission buddies, right? They're all guys that just like believe that I'm the truth and like that I'm going to bring them to the $25,000 summer. And we were just talking about this, but Dude, the next summer I took like 30 rookies out to DC and just got
smoked.
Dude, like I think smoked is like an understatement.
Like
dude.
slaughtered.
Like, slaughtered. I just remember like day 3 sitting in my car because we all got copped out. And I just like start crying in the car, dude. I'm picturing all the parents of all of these mission buddies that I brought out. And I'm just like, dude, I dropped the ball. So it ended up being fine.
Yeah.
It wasn't good.
Yeah.
It was like fine. But I think that was the year. So year 1, I learned sales. Year 2, it was like, dude, I learned how to lead humans, learned how to inspire, how to motivate, how to like have super hard conversations with guys that I knew weren't going to be able to do it. But for some reason I was too scared to send them home or like help them see what was best. And it went horribly, but I would never trade that second summer, which was by far the hardest year of my life for anything. And then after that, it kind of just started to compound. Right. And before I knew it, I finished school and I was like, freak. So so this is it. I'm doing this whole door-to-door thing for a minute at least.
Yeah.
And then, dude, then grit kind of happened and we can get into that. But that's how I got into sales. And that's kind of how I stuck around is it always just made sense.
And something else didn't ever look better.
No.
Gotcha.
Right. And like my parents do own like a property management company in California. And like the dream was like go to school for 4 years, make good money, and then move to San Clemente, California, open up like an AIM property management San Clemente. But it's like the timing never lined up. And this was always just such a good opportunity. And the snowball just kept getting bigger and bigger. And dude, when like, it's infectious when one of your guys sends a picture of them in front of the new house they just bought, right? They're like, hey Garth, thanks so much. Like couldn't have done it without you. And when you're getting 1, 2 of those at the beginning, and then it's like 4, 5, then it's like 15, 20 of, you're like, oh my gosh, dude. Like, so this is just the best job on the, like, is it the hardest job? Yeah, dude, it's so hard.
Right.
But these kids, dude, they're making amazing money and we're really helping them invest it, not to spend it. And these kids, like, we were just talking about the same thing. Corbin Hansen, dude, the guy's made, the kid, I'm going to even use kid. He's like 19 years old and he's made over $2 million, invested it in multiple houses. Dude, that stuff's so cool.
That's insane. Yeah.
Stuff's so cool.
Yeah. Casey says this all the time. Like the best form of dignity you can give another person is to teach them to become economically self-reliant. And
such a fact.
It's the coolest thing ever. And that's why I still like love this industry is because you can take these kids, right? 18, 19, all the way to like 30, even beyond.
Yeah.
And teach them a skill set that can change their life forever. And,
yes.
And if they can learn sales, even if they don't stay in door to door, if they go start a business or if they go become a lawyer, a doctor, they're going to be so much better because of that skill set. And also like this job's hard.
So hard.
So hard. And if you can make it through one summer, even a couple summers, like you can do anything in life.
Yeah.
Like with that work ethic, you know?
No, it's crazy. Like the doors, it does open. Like it's funny in Utah, it's like you're just expected to kind of try it once. But no, like my brother-in-law, he just got into an amazing like medical school. He's super smart, like all the things. But yeah, in his interview, the first thing that they looked at was, what's this door-to-door thing that you did for like 3 years? And he's like, oh, I went door-to-door. And like, that was the majority of his entire interview. Like that kind of, dude, door-to-door is just, it's not common. And it's so hard. I mean, like, and we joke about it, like, and right now it's May. The guys that are listening to this that are out on the doors, like, no. Like it can be your 8th summer and you're like,
you're crying.
Oh, wow. You're crying on a curb, dude.
Yeah.
And you're just like, you're calling your mom and you're 25 years old and you're like, Mom, like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Like, I don't think I could do it anymore.
And she just says on the call, she's like, I've got this call before.
Right.
Like, you'll be fine.
Right.
And you always are. And that's what I learned. Like every year, there's a time in May, usually before Memorial Day, where you're like, I don't think I can do this. And then June 18th rolls around, July 12th rolls, and you're like, okay, like,
we're on the last
we're
spring.
fine.
Yeah.
Like we're fine. Like, is it going as well as I thought it was going to be? Because everyone does the math and everyone runs the numbers. It's never that.
Right.
It's never that. But the summer ends, dude. And like, and everyone is better because of it. But it is so hard.
Yeah.
But it's amazing.
It's the best.
It is really is.
So your first summer, you're like, I'm going to do above average. I'm pretty sure I could do that. And then you do that. And then your first year leading a team, you just go through the ringer like everyone does.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
like my first year leading a team. Yeah, absolutely. Like shit show. Right?
Just smoked.
Like I'm like, I can't control what these guys do. Like I'm going to help them. But
Yeah.
like I can control myself. So yeah, like I sold well, my little brother sold well, but nobody else really did, you know? And I'm like, freak, for me to go make what I make again next year, I have to go sell 750 again. I'm like, or I need to figure out how to actually help my guys succeed. And so that was a fun little journey.
No, dude. And it's just so hard. Like, and that's part of figuring out how to like be a great leader is you think when you first get out there, like as a team leader, like, no, everybody will get it. Like I got it. And that's probably the number one learned lesson, dude, is like, you just have to learn how to manage different types of humans. And do I think that everybody can be a leader? It's like, yeah, to some extent, but some people are just blessed with the ability to like, because at the Grit, dude, some team leaders are better than others. And it's like, there's no secret about it. Now you can always get better. You can always sharpen your saw. You can always, but some people, dude, are just so empathetic and they just know what to say to different types of people. But that was the first thing that I learned on like my first year. It was like, not everyone is just going to like knock the hours. Yeah. The funniest story, dude, we were around DC and my area touched this one guy's area. And this kid was struggling. I mean, like, I think he was like 5 sales and it's like July. So I'm like, why didn't I send him home? Who the hell knows? So like, I see him park his car and like, I walk over to him, about to like tap on his window and be like, hype him up. Right before I'm about to tap on the window, he hits the lever on his chair and like goes back to like take a nap in his car. And I'm just like about to tap, like, I just turned around and walked away. Cause I was like, dude, the guy, then he ended up just taking a nap in his car for like the next 2 hours. But like back then also, I wasn't like courageous enough, dude, to tap on the window, like, bro, come on. Yeah. Like, you're out here for a reason. And courage is just something that I think as well that first year. And every year after that, it's just becoming more courageous with more integrity and like, but that door to door and managing door to door just puts you through a time machine, dude, where you learn these skills so much faster than any other job, right? Just because you learn sales quicker, you learn management quicker, just because you're with these people day in and day out, 12, 13, 14 hours a day. And that's what I'm saying, whether you go on a mission or not, like summer sales is a mini mission. It's probably harder. Right. It's like you just grow up.
Yeah. I was listening to Todd Peterson and he said that like, dude, back in the 90s, early 2000s, anyone that had served a mission, he could throw in a market and they'd crush. Yeah. Like didn't have to worry about work ethic. Like most of them had farm backgrounds and stuff like that, like knew how to work hard. And, you know, it's 2025 and it's never been easier to be successful, but it's also never been easier to be distracted. Oh my gosh. And like most people raised right now, like COVID generation, like never really had to work hard, like, or no, it's becoming more and more rare, you know? So,
and you're just being sold a pipe dream, dude. It's just like, do drop shipping, do this. Like, don't move from your chair and make how I made $12,000 last month. Right. It's just like
day trading from my couch.
I tried that, dude. It's hard. Like I lost a lot of money. Right. But like, dude, there's all these things that are out there. And it's like, at the end of the day, it's just hard work. And speaking of Todd, right? Like Todd sent a video in yesterday and he was like, stay off your damn phones. He's like, you guys don't understand. Today is the day that none of you should be checking your phone except maybe to make a phone call or send a text of like encouragement. Yeah. Like he doesn't have social media. And like, dude, he thrives. Homie thrives, dude. Like another example, we went to the Madison Club, the golf course in Palm Springs. That is just, we got to get you golfing, by the way, dude.
Yeah, I know.
We got to get you golfing.
I really do.
And we're golfing with him. And dude, golfing takes forever. You're out there for 4 or 5 hours. Todd didn't check his phone one time the whole time that we're out there. And it's a superpower. Yeah. Casey needs to work on it. I was running with Casey, you know, making deals, closing business. Right. But like, dude, Todd is so intentional. His conversations are so, he just doesn't get distracted to your point. Dude. And dude, it doesn't matter if there's a crowd. He is talking to that one person and he is so interested in what that one human has to say that it's just inspirational. Yeah. Dude, it's just so cool. But to your point of like, yeah, it's never been easier to be so successful, but because of all the distractions and being race and all this, dude, it's crazy.
It is crazy. I was watching an Alex Hormozy video and he literally said he starts a stopwatch on his phone and doesn't check his phone for 8 hours straight. Like I think it was a stopwatch or a timer, But
on his phone.
Yeah, on his phone. On his phone, he touches it, and if he looks at his phone, if he checks notifications or anything, he restarts the timer. He's like, you cannot expect to build anything great if you can't do undistracted work for 8 hours plus a day.
Yeah.
Like, and it's so true, because like I had a rep call me the other day that was like really struggling, and I'm like, dude, you're in the middle of the day. You just told me you got off the phone with this person too. What are you doing?
What are you doing,
like, no
dude?
wonder not only, you wasted an hour, but you're also like giving your pain a voice and just complaining. I'm like, bro,
Gotta lock in.
you gotta lock in. And then he did, and he sold 6.5K on Saturday. And I'm like, see, like
Lock in,
just
bro.
lock in.
And
anyway,
dude, we've just lost the ability to actually like, get bored, right? Like nobody's bored anymore. Like before, dude, you go to the bathroom and like there's magazines that you wouldn't be, but it's like now you have to have your phone. This is the
Right.
point now where like, dude, you're going pee in a urinal, and you know, guys are like whipping their phones up for the 20 seconds that
Watching
they're peeing.
TikToks,
watching
yeah.
TikTok. Like, dude, we can't be bored, which also just doesn't allow us to like think and like really get into it. And something that's way interesting, dude, is in the morning, I started doing this a few weeks ago, was like, so I am LDS, and like in church, one of the guys was like, listen, prayers don't have to be like you start a prayer and you end a prayer in that 30-second minute period. Like you can start a prayer and then you can close your prayer like later in the day. So something that's way interesting that I've started doing, and dude, this helps you just like focus throughout the whole day, is like I'll start my prayer on my drive to work, but I won't close it, right? Because it allows me to like think about it a little bit. It's an over. Then when I'm driving home, it's kind of like when I close it, right? And it's been way interesting because like, dude, and whether you believe in God or the universe or whatever it is, like whatever you put your mind towards, whatever you're thinking about, whatever like happened in the morning, it sets the pace for the rest of your day. So that has been super, super helpful for me, because I'm like, okay, like I'm still kind of in it. I'm still praying. I'm still like looking for things to be grateful for. I'm still asking for tons of help. I'm asking to help this rep that's struggling, or whose dad just got diagnosed with this, or this rep who's struggling managing the team. Like, help me get the inspiration that I need to help these reps. Then I go home, I express tons of gratitude, and that kind of closes it. But it almost keeps the meditation, like going meditation to prayer, like throughout the day. Kind of keeps you a little bit grounded.
I love that.
And that's been way fun and like way good to help just stay locked in, especially when I'm at work. It's like, dude, if I'm going to be away from my family, I gotta be like locked in. I'd way rather just be home with the boys,
right?
And the boys and my wife. If I'm going to be home, I'm going to be home. If me at work, I'm be at work.
Yeah. Like,
Just helps you kind of lock in, you know?
yeah, like wherever you are, be there.
100%, dude.
I mean, you lead hundreds of door-to-door reps. Who should sell door-to-door and why?
Yeah, dude. One, I think everyone should try door to door at least once. I'm not going to lie and say like, oh, dude, door to door is for everybody.
Yeah.
Like if it was easy, there's a saying, right? If it's easy, everyone would do it. It is really hard. And I think, I don't even care if it's door to door. Sales is just hard and not cut out for everybody. So that's the thing. Number one is everyone should try it, because especially if you're young, 17, 18, 19, 20, shoot, 21, 22, like go for it. Because the doors that can open can be insane. But who should do it? Dude, that's just where I come back to. Does it make sense for you? Right? In all the recruiting meetings that I do, it's just like, dude, if we're the best option, stick with us. If we're not, go. Because if you actually believe that there's a better option for you somewhere else, dude, go. Like totally go. So who should do door to door? Dude, you should only do door to door if it's like, if it actually pencils. The minute that it doesn't pencil and you're like that guy that you had on the podcast that we just listened to.
Yeah, Shoney.
Dude, like he did door to door for 3-4 years and like moved on to real estate and is crushing real estate. Like he got away when it all of a sudden made sense to like step away. So if you want to be a doctor, dude, do this for 3-4 years, go be a doctor. But if you can do this and you do it your first year, dude, it's like, if you do your rookie year and you like can do it, you should do another year. Cause dude, you just basically went to medical school. And if you don't do it another year, it's like, I'm not going to be a doctor. Dude, the year one is so damn hard, dude.
Right.
It is so hard. So if you can do it once and do 150, 200 accounts, it's like, dude, just trust me. Your commission's higher. You get it. Go do 300, go make 150 grand. And like just do it one more year.
Like, you know what you're getting into.
You know it.
You know how to work hard. You've already got the pitch.
You've gotten stomped so many times. Like you finished School of Hard Knocks. Now go write your own check.
Yeah.
Right. So I think if you can do it at least 2 years. But yeah, it's an amazing thing. But everyone should try it.
Yeah.
You should.
I agree. So what lessons have you learned, being in this industry for how many years now?
11, dude.
11.
Going on 12. Yeah.
Yeah. Like what are the big leadership lessons?
Big leadership lessons, dude. More than anything, the people that do well in this job are the people that actually like love the people that they work with. Mm-hmm. Right. Like, dude, and nothing is more telling than like my little brother would come out. Cause you try to get your little brothers to come out. You just try.
You got to do it.
You got to do it. And like, I got my little brother out and dude, like this was the 3rd year that I did it and he just wasn't good. I mean, like it was bad, but like when he would get a sale, it was that same feeling of like, when your buddy goes out and buys a house or one of your guys goes out and buys a house, it was like, I couldn't care if I PR'd that day and sold 10, 15 accounts. Like, oh, my little brother got a sale. Like, okay, like I'm good.
Yeah, I can breathe.
I can breathe because like, I know that when I pick him up, he's not just going to be pissed off at the world.
Right.
So dude, the number one lesson is like, dude, if you're going to do this job and you want to do it the right way, or do it big, not the right way, but do it big and you want to recruit, dude, the minute you start looking at your people like they're numbers or a revenue number or a pay jump number, dude, that's when the magic's just lost, right? And those are the people that just phase in and out of this industry. There are so many more talented people than I am out there. Mm-hmm. And it's not close. Like I said, I think I'm good at everything I do. Dude, there's some great, amazing humans that can do amazing things. But because they just got bogged down in just the numbers and not treating people the right way or, ripping them off or not doing it clean or this, like, dude, it just kind of makes you sick. Right. Mm-hmm. So it's like the biggest one. Yeah. It's like love them. And then more than anything, just what we always talk about, like, dude, do your best to like leave them with a better opportunity that you had. And I think you're crushing it with that too. Door to door is an amazing thing if it's used the right way. So many people have such a gross taste in their mouth from door to door, and you don't blame them. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, if that was my first experience, I wouldn't be in this.
Right.
So I think more than anything, it's having the impact, help them to just have a better experience than you did. And it takes everything.
Yeah.
It's hard, but like, if you can do it and you can help the people, there's just no rewarding job.
Amen. I want to echo that. I think that's a great, tip for like, who you bring in, like leave people better than you found them.
Yeah.
That's also one of my rules in the summer when I'm knocking. If they buy from me or not, I'm going to leave this person better than I found them. Cause it's just such a good principle that leaves you feeling like you benefit most from that almost,
Yes, dude.
Anyway.
No, when people are pissed, dude, on the doors, like, and that was my weakness on the doors. Like, same thing. Like I said, like, I think I can read people super well. Like I said, it all goes back to that portion of like my strength. Dude, I hated pushing people. Uh-huh. I hated it. Like most of my deals and people would come shadow me. It was like, oh, Garth, that was a lay down. It was like, no, I just kind of get the ones that like I'm really good at getting the people that are open to it. But when it comes to pushing them and like pissing people off, dude, I don't have that in me.
Right.
Cause it's like, oh yeah, I want to leave every door with like well, thanks so much for coming by. It's like, oh yeah. And you feel so
like
soft.
An awkward, like, oh,
yes,
yeah.
Dude. And one of my guys like, no, I either get the door slammed in my face or I get cussed out. I'm like, dude, I don't know. How do you, and he's good. He's good.
Like, how do you knock a summer doing that?
How do you do like 5 summers doing that, dude?
Freak.
No. And so it's like, yeah, I love that, dude. Like, cause you're going to get, if you sell 5 in a day, you're going to get 40 no's.
Right.
And a couple of them are going to be like pretty pissed off people. But dude, if you just kind of leave the area, leave the people, leave the town, the cops, that's like better than you found it, then it's also just good karma.
Yeah.
Cause this job, dude, you go back to that same area. Like it just, everything repeats itself.
Right.
So you just need good eggs, dude, or it's just hard.
Dude, I agree. I think there's 2 types of salesmen. I think there's the fishers that kind of like dangle the worm, see if they bite. And then if they bite, they like reel them in. Yeah. Right. Or there's the people that just do not take no for an answer and they just freaking go 20 rounds with the customer. And I'm like, I'm definitely the fisher, but great. If you're the freaking guy that just doesn't stop, good for you. I just don't know. I don't know how you do it.
No, it's just their sales way. And it's just like, they're just relentless. They just don't stop. And it's like, yeah, more power to you. I just can't be that guy.
Right.
I wish I was, dude, at times,
like,
but
good for you.
Yeah, sure.
So you were doing pests and then you switch to Green X, and then you start the grit.
Yeah.
And what year did you guys start the grit?
End of 2020. End of COVID year.
So this is your guys' 5th summer.
Correct.
What hardships or challenges have you guys gone through scaling the grit?
Yeah, dude. It's way interesting because when GreenX came to us, so the way the grit started, GreenX came to us, they just wanted to slow growth.
Right.
They kind of wanted to pump the brakes, start taking in more profit.
Like limit the sales.
Limit the sales. They were tired of taking all of their profit and just dumping it back into their door-to-door force. So they came to us like, hey, you guys can shrink and stay, or you guys can like do your own thing. And we felt like, now it would have been way good for me. The deal was better, everything, but it wasn't best for our people. So we decided to go out and do the grit. Dude, it was at the beginning, the hardest thing is we were working with 13 different operators and we were giving 13 different experiences to our reps. Some guys were selling monthly billing, some just quarterly, some bi-monthly, some was just like, so it was really, really hard that first year to provide like a uniform experience. Dude, it was just so ghetto.
Yeah.
But what was so cool is we just had the buy-in from our people and it was one of our best years, 2021. But that was hard. Like, because before, dude, whether it's Aptive or GreenX, everyone's under the same roof, playing by the same rules. Like, it wasn't like that. And it's still not like that now. But over the years, we've been able to, with our reputation, with our track record, we go to these companies, we say, hey, has to be bi-monthly. Hey, has to be monthly billing. We need mosquitoes.
Right.
We need this, so that we can provide the best selling experience for our reps.
Yeah.
But that was hard. Like, we just didn't have any control that first year. Nobody knew who we were. Nobody had ever, Vantage was the only marketing company that ever done it.
Right.
And they only worked with Terminex. So it was really hard where now it's just in a way better spot. But now the next challenge for sure is just Mira, our own thing. It's understanding operations. We're going to have 150 technicians midsummer, understanding comp structure, a call center, branch managers, technician bonuses. Like, dude, it's all of a sudden you're like, oh damn, like, so Vest Pearson actually like, so they're actually like, it's a lot harder. Then we're just like, dude, those guys at Aptive, they don't get it. And then all of a sudden you start doing, you're like, okay, so actually this is a little harder than we thought it was going to be, but it's going so well. And we're so excited with the team that we have.
That's awesome.
But it's fun, but it is, yeah, that's the next challenge, is taking this thing from 0 to this year, 50 million, then hopefully try to, blow this thing up as fast as responsibly makes sense.
I love that. What have you learned working with John and Ben?
Yeah, dude, those two guys are, like, I would not be where I am without those two guys. Like John, like I already said, John is, John's just greatness, like in a human form. And it bugs the hell. I can't gamble with him anymore because I lose every time, whether it be golf, whatever. He's super competitive, but he's also so talented at what he does that he works so hard. And learning from John, it's just the time, the dedication. He says he's going to do something, he does it. I'm going to qualify for Boston. I'm like, sure, John, sure, you're going to qualify. It's running a marathon at like a sub 7 mile.
Yeah.
He does it his first try. It's like, that's
crazy.
the kind of stuff that John does that I've taken a ton from. Ben is just a genius. He thinks of problems 3 years before they happen, right? Like, he took the pest contract value from 450. Like, I attribute the rise in contract value to Ben Egan, right? Like, actually at GreenX, I attribute the 18-month contract. That was Ben's idea. Mira, so many of the different things we're doing at Mira, dude, he's just a genius, but with him as well. Those two guys, now I could not be luckier to have those two guys as partners.
That's
amazing
awesome.
humans, dude.
What tips do you have for early leaders?
Yeah.
And what tips for early and experienced sales reps?
Yeah, for leaders, dude, you have to just be willing to and like I said, we already talked about this, but just be so willing to fall on your face. You have to, as a leader, go in as a blank slate. Like, make sure you're going in, 1, trying your best, but 2, seeking to learn from those that have done it. If you think that you're just going to go out in your first year as a young leader and crush it, dude, you're just not. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. You've got to go in so humble, listen, have a listening ear. It's the same thing with the best sales reps. Dude, it's the best sales reps are not the reps that think that they're the best and just go with what they know. Dude, they're sponges. right? They are just sponging. You have to be in this industry because, dude, every market's different. Every pest company, every door-to-door, and dude, they're all so different. The people that you're leading are so different. You can be managing a frat team. You can be managing a district from your mission. Like, dude, they are so different. So you have to go in super humble and also just go in with the ability to just admit that you're not God's gift to like sales. You're not God's gift to management. You've got to go in as a sponge to just learn, and you will get kicked down, but it's just getting back up. It's realizing that, yeah, you're going to get the cops called on you. Your team's going to get booted out. A kid's going to go home because, you know, his mom's getting it. All these things, you're going to go through some hard shit too. Like, dude, it's just part of growing up, whether it's a sales rep or a recruiter or a manager. It's just going with the punches of life. But with that, and I wanted to touch on this, dude, that's also the pretty part. Like, that's the best part of life. I just look back and right, like, I'm stoked that you just had your first little girl, Genevieve, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, the amount of money, and John brought this, he went to lunch with somebody, he came back and he's like, the guy that I went to lunch with, he said that if I could pay any amount of money to go back in time to where you are right now, you and Garth, with like a 4-year-old, a 2-year-old, and a newborn, I would have done it. And right now, dude, it's like, yeah, Tommy, my 2-year-old, was up crying last night from like 1 to 3 a.m. And I'm just like pissed. He comes to my room at 6 a.m. this morning after he's been up all night. And I'm like, don't know what to do. The previous night just threw up all of it. And I'm just like, dude, this needs to be done. Yeah. This needs to be done. But then I look back on like pictures of Banks, my 4-year-old, and he's a 2-year-old. And I'm like, whoa, like, dude, that was so hard. But dude, I would pay any amount of money to go back and like hold my 2-year-old little Banks, where now he's 4 and talking and chatting and like being a little pain in my ass. But it's like, so it's kind of like pausing, whether it's managing a team and things are going terribly, whether it's you're sitting on a curb about to call your mom because your 3rd day bagling in a row and you're in Houston, Texas, sweating your tail off. Like, dude, those are also the moments that you look back on and it's like, oh, like I grew so much in that moment. Like, would I pay any amount of money to go back to like Houston? No, like
Hell
that.
No.
But like, that was a moment. I still remember the curb I sat on in like Friendswood, Texas. And like, that was a moment in my life that like when I got up off the curb, I didn't sell any the rest of that night still, but like I got up and I finished the summer, dude, that was like an inflection point. And it's just slowing down and realizing, yeah, dude, everyone's going through so much stuff right now, but this is the good stuff. You know, like when you're struggling, when you're learning, when you're winning and losing recruiting battles, when you PR one day and then bagel the next day, dude, that is creating like the human that you're supposed to turn into. And it's just looking back on the years past. And like when we first started Grit Marketing and I was traveling around with Banks and he was a newborn and we were traveling to 14 different offices and he's sleeping in every extended stays bathroom. Like, that was hell. But I look back and I was like, no, that was so good to create like the man I am today. So you just can't lose track of like, you don't want these bad times to be over, or you do want them to be over. But then you look back and like, oh, thank goodness I had those. Yeah. You know,
like be present when you're in it.
You gotta be, because it's like, it's so easy to look, because I take so many freaking pictures on my phone of my kids. And it's like, I just look back and I'm like, was I super present when, like, you know, I find myself, I'm putting Tommy down to bed. I put him down, I give him his bottle. Then I find myself like scrolling or playing a game of chess, like an absolute idiot, dude. And I'm just like, Garth, what are you doing? Like, this is your little, he's going to be so big, so fast. Like, sing him another song, pick him up, like
read him a book,
read him another book. Like, and it's just those things that's like, dude, time will go by so fast. So no matter what moment you're in, you could be in the darkest time of your life, dude, just know it's going to pass. Yeah. And like, and you're going to be so grateful that you went through it, because it just helps shape you to be who you are today, you know?
Amen. Yeah. And when you're in it, it feels like it's never going to end.
Oh my gosh, dude. The May of the summer, it's never going to end. The throw up 3 nights in a row that you're cleaning up, like it's never going to, and then it ends and you're like, oh, okay. Yeah. It actually wasn't that bad. Right. Even though, it was. Like, exactly, dude.
Yeah. What do we do it again?
No.
But make sure you're present while you go through it. Yes. There's a lot of growth happening.
Yes.
Amen.
Yeah, bro.
What about tips for sales reps?
This is the thing. Like, I know so many people, dude. If I had $1 for every rep that's like, I'm gonna go Golden Door this year, I'd be so rich. Yeah. Right. Like, and my tip for the reps, dude, is if you actually have a goal, because something that all Golden Door reps have in common is, dude, when they commit to it, there's something in their heads, right? And I think, what was your best number you said? 750. Like, you have it, right? Yeah. Like, there's something that all the elite sales reps have when they say like, I'm going to get it done. and then they do it, dude, you have to commit to the goal knowing how hard it's going to be. Dude, selling is easy when you're selling. When you're selling 5 to 10 every single day, dude, you're cruising. When it's 8 o'clock at night, you're sitting at 0 and it's still raining. The reps that are the best at this job, they're like, oh, no, like if it's raining, I knock all the time in the rain. Like if it's freezing cold, I knock. Like, dude, those are the guys, when they knock until 10 p.m. every night, those are the reps that get the job done. Right. And like, that was same thing with me back when I did this. It was kind of like a casual, like, knock till 8, 9, maybe 9.
Right.
But now, dude, it's, if you want to be great, you just got to do what the greats are doing. And they're knocking all the hours. They're knocking till 10 p.m. They're knocking fresh doors till 9 o'clock at night. Right. They're knocking all day Saturdays. They're just doing all the hard things. So my advice to any sales rep that's like actually wanting to do this is when you set your goal, understand that, yeah, dude, like all the affirmations, and Tyson Fotheringham said this on our podcast. He's like, dude, the amount of times that people say like, oh, I am a Golden Door rep, or, oh, I PR'd today, or, oh, that's the easy stuff. What you need to tell yourself is, I stuck it out in the rain today. Yeah. I got a deal at 9 o'clock when I was bageling the whole day.
Right.
Dude, all the team went to B-Dubs Saturday at 8 p.m. I stuck it out and knocked a couple more hours. Like, that's the hard part, dude, about doing door to door. Like, oh, all my buddies are leaving for school August 15th. I told myself I'd stay till I got the goal done. We had a guy stay out to December to get his golden door. And it's like, it's crazy. It's crazy. But that is the type of commitment, dude. That's the type of drive that if you want to be great at doing door to door, you just have got whatever your goal is. You got to figure out what it's going to cost to get that goal. And then you have to just pay the price. Cause like, there's no other way to get it, dude. A golden door is so hard. 400K. That's a lot, dude. Like 400 accounts. That's a lot. And it's not going to come from knocking 2 to 6 every day. Right. It's just not. You're going to have to knock from 1 till 10 every day. Amen. You got to knock in the rain. You got to knock when it's snowing. You got to like, oh, your Segway dies, put it in a bush and keep going. Like you get bit by a dog. Sorry. Keep going. And it's hard though, dude. It's so much easier to say in these comfy yellow chairs, the rookery, but dude, it's freaking hard. Yeah. So that's what I would say, dude. Just commit and like go for it. Go all in and hold yourself accountable. And just prepare for the suck. Cause it's hard. Yeah. Embrace the suck. Embrace it, dude. Thrive in it.
Dude, I agree 100%. Like, just keep the promises you make to yourself day in, day out. So much easier said than done, right? Like when you're in it. But like, that's really what it takes is like day in, day out, consistent commitment.
Yeah. And when you give up on your goal once, dude, it's so much easier to give up on it again. Yeah. That first time you see that park bench in your area, you're like,
and you told yourself you're not going to take breaks.
Going to, maybe like 5 minutes. Yeah. Let me just call my mom really fast. And then before you know it, you're sitting in your car, you're leaning your chair all the way back, taking a nap, and your manager knocks on your window. Right. Like, dude, it happens so fast. You got to commit. You can't quit on yourself. I'm not saying you shouldn't like adjust your goals if you need to, but dude, if you commit to something hard, just pay the price. Yeah. And you fall short, that's okay. Like as long as you actually have every day when you get home, you look in the mirror and you're like, I gave my best. Yeah. I did it. Then the deals will fall. Right. Like Charles Mills, dude, he's one of our best guys. Like I had to stop basing my happiness off of my success because dude, some days just suck. He's like, so I've started to base my happiness. Just did I grind all day? Mm-hmm. Like I look in the mirror. I don't care if I had 10 sales, if I had 1, if I PR'd that day, it was just, dude, did I do my best? And if it was like, okay, I'm happy. Yeah. But that's mature. That's really hard to like, when you're bagging 4 days in a row, it's hard to like have that mentality, but it will click. Yeah. If you're putting in the time. Yeah. You know,
keeping those inputs full throttle.
Yeah. You have to.
Yeah. My favorite like motto each summer was just control the controllables. Yeah. And like, if I can do that to the best of my ability, I won. And like, I feel good. Yeah. Like whatever happens. But like, if I can just like hear the rules that I make for myself and I commit to them and stick to them, then I win the summer. Yeah. But it's like you said, it's so much easier to just be like, no, like just today I'm
dude. It's raining, dude. Yeah. It's raining really hard. Look at the
I'm melting. My skin's
Doppler,
melting.
Dude. Look at the Doppler. The rain's not supposed to leave all day. It's like melting up. Houston, you're dripping sweat. Yeah. It's just you just gotta just go. Yeah. Just do it. Yeah. And you will never look back and be pissed at how hard you worked. Right. Ever, dude. Ever.
Yeah.
You know.
I used to think too, I'm like, okay, if I only had today and I had times it by 100, like the amount of effort I put today was magnified over the 100-day summer, would I be proud of what I put in? And like stacking that was huge for me. So
if you can keep the May intensity throughout the entire summer,
Yeah.
dude, you'll crush it. Anyone will crush it. It's the people that, dude, May is the hardest time to sell. We say this all the time. Like, it's the coldest. You suck the worst, then you're going to suck the rest of the summer. There's no bugs out. Like, it's raining way more often. And then it's just crazy though. Like, you make it through May and it's like the will and the skill. Like, dude, your skill's going way up, but at the same time, your will's going way down. It's like, no. Same like medical school thing. You put in the time, you've done it, dude. Like, June, July, and August should be the months that you are just
go capitalize.
You already got punted the first month, dude. Go cry. Like, Todd, there's bugs out. Sitting in your car is just like, it's not it. You put in the time, you've done the reps, go cash in.
Yeah.
But it's like I said, way easier said than done. But if people can just get out of the car, put the reps in, inputs, control the controllables, you'll have an amazing summer.
Yeah.
You just will.
Dude, I had Jeff Mendez on and we did one of these and he talked about how, like, when he goes and speaks, he'll be like, if they could trade places with Kobe, he's dead right now. But, but like, who would trade places? And everybody's hand goes up. But he's like, okay, keep your hands up. Who would actually wake up 3 hours before every other NBA player and train for 3 hours and then do that for, a decade?
Yes, dude.
Everyone's hands go down. So it's like figure out what you want, see how much it costs, and then decide if you're willing to pay the price.
100%.
And pay the price if and do it consistently, but figure out what you want, commit, go all in.
Yeah. Dude, everyone wants to be a Golden Door winner. Everyone. Like, dude, and of course you do, but yeah, dude, when it is 40 degrees and you're soaking wet, like, and those guys are still grinding, it's like, you don't want to do that. They're doing it, right? Like Zach Seeger every year makes makes a playlist of himself, like doing affirmations to it's crazy. Like, I listened to it one time. I was like, bro, that's kind of like,
weird.
It's kind of weird, dude. But I'm just like, no, he just knows what it costs.
Last couple of questions, Garth. This has been awesome. Do you believe that proximity is power? And if so, how important has it been to you in your life?
Yeah, dude. I mean, I think it's everything. Like, I actually think it's everything. Before, and this even goes back to the house that I was raised in. Like, dude, my parents were so amazing, and they did such an amazing job of taking care of us. And then it's like, then I'm also then surrounded by people that all of a sudden just want way more out of life. And then it's John and Ben. I'm like, oh my gosh. Then it's Todd and Casey, and my mind is just expanding. But then I'm meeting guys like you, and I'm excited to go to the Tony Robbins event in August. Like, dude, you put yourself around these people to just want more. And I was really okay with living like a good life before. I was totally fine to take my parents' property management company, make $200-300 grand a year, like San Clemente, living a great life. But then all of a sudden I'm surrounded by these guys that are like, no, Garth, what?
Why settle?
Why, what are you talking about, dude? Like, you should be doing way more than that. Like, you should want way more than that. And even when we started Grit Marketing, I was like, yeah, I'll do this for like 5 years with you guys. And then all of a sudden, like, times have changed. They're like, Garth, what are you talking about? Dude? Like, you're in this forever. And I'm like, shit, like I am. Like, dude, it's everything, right?
Yeah.
The people you surround yourself is just they are everything. If you surround yourself with like crappy people, you're maybe not gonna be a crappy person, but you're just not gonna get the most out of your life. So no, dude, proximity is everything.
Well said. What are some things that you wish you would have done or known before you started your journey?
Oh man. Dude, it's just the Todd Peterson thing to dream bigger, faster. Like, I wonder where, like, I'm where I'm at right now. I'm so blessed. I'm so lucky to have everything that I have, but it's also like, dude, had I started like taking door to door more seriously when I first got into it, it's like, I have no idea the investments that I would be in. I have no idea the people that I would have recruited. 'Cause Todd always says, like, you can recruit people that are like one grade below you. So if you're an 8, you can recruit 7s. If you're a 10, you can recruit 9s.
Right.
Dude, I was kind of just like a 7. Like, I would never have been able to recruit a 10 because nobody wants to work with somebody that they don't like trust and inspire. So it's like, what do I wish I would have done is just take this way more seriously, poured way more into myself, way more education, like had a way bigger vision rather than get through school, make some good money, do some. Dude, had I like had the vision of what that I have now, who knows? Right. And that's what I love now about door to door is, dude, I think you do an amazing job of this, dude, painting the picture of what this can be. It can be so much bigger than 30 grand in the summer.
Right.
It can be the foundation for the rest of your life only if you're willing to pay the price.
Right.
And understanding the cost. So
Awesome.
that's probably just dream bigger, faster, right? It's so cliche and such a bullcrap answer, but I think that's what I would have done.
Beautiful. What are some of your favorite habits?
Favorite habit, dude. I've loved, this is just my thing every single day, dude. I get like emotional talking about like my kids, but like every morning when, they wake, whatever time they decide to wake me up at, whether it be 5 or 6 or 7, dude, I love waking up with them, let the wife sleep in. Cause right now we always have a baby, or she's always pregnant. It seems like in our life right now, dude. But like, dude, I love the habit of making my boys like breakfast every single morning. Dude, it's so fun. It is so fun to own that responsibility of making them the eggs, the sausage, the oatmeal, and like sitting at the breakfast table while they're just eating. Cause it's like, dude, it's the start of the day. It's the best way to get things going. And it's built up a relationship with my 2, going to be 3 soon, but the 2 that are at the table with me. Dude, it's so fun. Being a father is so fun. So that habit of making breakfast for the boys, I've also, over the last year or 2, I've started running, and like, dude, it's being one, like by yourself. A lot of people are group runners. I'm like a solo runner. Dude, I love just being in my thoughts. Like I love just thinking. And like I said, the prayer thing that I've been doing lately, dude, just spending more time in my thoughts, being unplugged, running when you're not running with music on, just kind of like running outside to kind of just ground you. Just getting away from the hustle and bustle and really focusing on yourself and how can I be better. Those are the 2 things right now though that I'm like leaning into, is just family time, but especially breakfast time. And then running has been so good.
That's awesome.
So good.
I know I used to be the guy that always had a podcast or audiobook in like all the time.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I've been walking without anything and like have thinking time, and it's been mind blowing.
Yeah.
So
it's like a time and like, I love podcasts, but there's sometimes like maybe we half my run.
Yeah.
Or when I finish the run, like I turn it off for the last 5 minutes and like kind of like say a prayer, same thing. I pray like gratitude, like thankful for my body, thankful for my legs, thankful for my feet that like aren't sore, thankful for my lungs that like allow me to breathe. Dude, like I said, like that kind of stuff, just gratitude. We're so lucky, like be who we are, live in the country that we're living, have the bodies that we have, and just taking time to just
appreciate it.
Appreciate is so important. So important.
What's something you've done that we should all do?
Oh, do something we should all do. Dude, that's a great, I would say have kids, but I mean, not everyone, right, has kids. Dude, that is a good one. I would also say like,
You could say have kids.
well, I would say that, but I think another one, dude, you have to push yourself to, and this is where John has come into my life. Dude, I hated running, hated it. The idea of doing a marathon, like it seemed asinine. Like, dude, I haven't run in 15 years. Dude, I would say like something that everybody has to do. You've got to do something that seems like wildly outlandish. Like for me, it was running a marathon, and I ran the St. George one this last year, and took me 4 months to like build up, took me 4 months of disciplined running. And it scared me all up until, I mean, I was scared when I was running it, but it was so good, dude. It made me set a goal that I was like, if I don't do, because so much of the time, dude, we can show up to events and just half-ass all the way there. We can fake it, right? Like I could show up to any office tomorrow with 0 preparation and give a killer like training, and it would be amazing. Dude, you can't fake like a marathon. You can't show up to a marathon and run 26 miles without ever running a marathon. So dude, I would just commit to whether it's a marathon. I know Parker, my buddy, he's doing a 50. Like, dude, doing something that requires a ton of preparation, like a race, like an Ironman, like something where you can't just fake it and show up to it. Dude, I think everyone should do that, because that was the hardest thing I've ever done, but like inspired me from then on. Now I'm like, okay, I'm a runner now. And it's been so good for my mental health, my physical health, my marriage, my kids.
Yeah.
So good.
It's so funny. John actually told me to start running because I haven't ran in a long time.
Yeah.
And I have, and I actually really like it.
Yeah,
So,
it's great, dude.
it's good.
Sign up for what marathon? I'm doing Big Cottonwood. Sign up for that marathon, dude. We'll pace together, bro.
Yeah, like David Goggins, like stay hard, like stay uncomfortable. Like
You just have to, dude. Because like life just goes by too fast. What did I do from age 25 to 30, 31? If I was like, hey, Garth, what's one hard thing that you did then? I'm like, oh, the summers. But like, not really, right? Because you just show up and those kind of happen. Where like I am purposefully doing hard things now.
That's cool.
Because it just, dude, it's way better.
Heck yeah. 3, 2, 1 pivot. What are 3 books that have impacted you the most 2 people and 1 quote.
Okay. 3 books. The first book I ever read, not ever read, and like in this space, was just Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Just got me to just question life. So good. Number 2, dude, I love the book Shoe Dog, right? Phil Knight. That book is just like, oh, dude, just succeed at all. Like you're
Against all odds.
All odds, dude. Yeah. Just pay the man, right? Whatever it was. Like, dude, Nike almost went out so many times, but it's amazing. So Shoe Dog. And then I just also love Extreme Ownership. Like Extreme Ownership, that book is just, dude, it doesn't matter if it's your fault or it's always your fault. Always take ownership over it, always. Then there's 2 people. Definitely my dad, kind of like I talked about. My dad's been like the example in my life of hard work, but also like family. The number 2 is just my wife, right? And that's such like a cop-out answer, but dude, like giving birth to 3 kids, being at home with those 3 monsters all day, like being such a rock star, and she's gone through so much and still, you know, being the human that she is. Every morning I get up, I'm like, oh, I'm so lucky. I'm so lucky to be married to this woman. Because
what have you learned being married or from her?
Dude, she is the one, like, so, and like, hopefully she's not pissed that I talk about this, but like she, after our first one, she went through like bad, like postpartum depression. And it's scary. Yeah. Like she wasn't the same human. She was really hard for her to like do the simple things.
Dude, those hormones are crazy. Yeah, dude. Even like birth control, it's just crazy.
It's crazy.
It can happen, yeah.
And something that I just learned from her, dude, is she like takes life by the like, dude, she started seeing a counselor. She started going on this insane diet that she committed to like help regulate this and that. Like, dude, she does hard things every single day to not fall back into that. Where some people, dude, I do not hate on medication or anything like that. Like some people need it. Right. She's of the mindset. She's like, that's probably the easy way out. Like, I'm going to do it. Like, it is going to be harder. It's going to require me to get outside, go to the park every day. It's going to require me to get the kids ready, put them in the car, make my own food every day. This is like, but dude, she just does it. And that's so admirable because like I'm way more of like the Band-Aid fix. Like if I had depression, like how easy it would be to just pop a pill and like feel better. Yeah. You know? And so that's just been amazing. That's just a page out of her book. She is just dynamic, such a hard worker, and just so caring and loving. So that's been amazing. And then a quote. And this is something as well that I got from John. I mean, he might have used the same quote in his, but it's if you're not kind, I don't care who you are, right? Because or I don't care what you are, dude. It's just so true. I had a meeting earlier today with this Navy SEAL, and he's like, "Hey, I'm like interested in possibly working with you guys," and I'm like, "Oh, dude, I want to work with this guy. Yeah. Like, dude,
I want to work with you. Yeah.
I want to work with dude. Like, how do I? And the thing is, like, it's not just that he's like a Navy SEAL, dude. The guy is just so nice." Right. The guy is just so nice. And it's like Jimmy Rex, right? However you treat the janitor is, or he's like, you know, I look at you, however you treat the janitor, I don't know, whatever that quote is. How do you
treat the people that can't serve you is who you are.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. And it's like, dude, people that are kind, I just want to be around them. The nice people that are so caring and giving. And so just be kind and you'll do fine in life. It's the people that have it all and they're just mean and not it. Like meeting Todd for the first time, I was like, I wonder who Todd's going to be. Dude, the kindest, most generous, loving dude in the world. And it's like, that's what I want to be. Right. So dude, that's everything. You know, kindness is just everything.
What's the best advice you ever received?
Paul, you're just hitting me with these, bro. The best advice that I ever received. Trying to think, dude. I know that my mom, like she's not the typical like mom. My mom's the mom that will like do plumbing at the house, fix the sprinklers, do all the electricity in your house. Dude, the best advice is like coming from her. She is such a person that's like same thing like I was already talking about, like living in the moment. Like dude, she's just so present even when she has so many things going on. So yeah, the best advice is just dude, just stay present. And the same thing, I've kind of already talked about that. That's probably why I'm bringing it back. But like, she's always been present. She always is present. She's had a million things. She had 4 boys, but she's always made time to just be there for us. Right. So that's definitely, and then Todd talking about that as well, right? About just being present with your family. There's a time for work. There's a time for family. Best advice, dude, be where your feet are actually. And if you can be where your feet are, like things will go so much better.
Amen.
Right.
That reminds me, dude, I heard Todd speaking and he talked about how he was in the middle of building Vivint and stuff, and he got home from work and he was on a phone call in the car, and like he was sitting in the driveway and kids were banging on his like car window or whatever, and then he goes inside and his mother or his parents or his mom was staying with him at the time, and he walks in the house like on this phone call talking shop.
Yeah.
And his mom ripped into him after that phone call. Like he got off the phone and she was like, don't you ever ever come into this house on your dumb business phone calls. Like, that's so disrespectful to your kids, your family. Like, don't ever do that again. And like,
Dude, that's so true.
It totally changed him though in that moment. Like when he was with family, he's with family. When he's with friends, he's with friends. When he's at business, he's in business. And maybe that's why he's so present.
Yes, dude. Maybe his mom just in the back of his head.
Yeah, how would my mom want me to show up right now? So
dude, we're so busy, dude. We all are. Like, you're so busy. I'm so busy. And like you, I could work 20 hours a day and never be caught up. Always be missing some rep that I forgot to call or some manager that I forgot to help. Like, you always could, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Like, it's okay, dude. Put the parameters in your life because you'll miss it.
Yeah.
You'll miss your kids. You'll miss like the moments in life. Just put the damn phone down and like just lock in. But when it's time to have the phone, pick the damn phone up and like be so present on that phone call.
Right.
With so much, like I said, easier said than done.
Yeah.
But it's all about striving to be better every day.
Dude, that's the thing about our industry and like being entrepreneurs or leaders. Like, there are unlimited problems happening all the time.
Gosh, there's fires everywhere.
Unlimited, right? And it's like, you can never put out all the fires. You can never solve all the problems. Like, it's not like a normal job where you just clock out at 5 and you're done. It's like never ending.
But you're on call. Dude. You're on call 24/7.
Exactly. And so he's like, focus, like make sure you're solving the most important problems, but also like I heard a quote the other day that said, don't lose the why chasing the what. And I'm like, wow, that's really good. Like, don't lose the why chasing the what.
Yeah.
And it's like, keep things in perspective, know what really matters in life, and like be there, you know?
Cause dude, and this is something as well. Like, we're like getting to the point where it's like, dude, the grit is super important. It's not the most important thing in my life though.
Right.
And like a lot of times it can seem that way, but it's like, no, dude, my family is, my wife and my 3 boys, like they're the most important thing to me. So like, that's why I'm working, to your point. I think that's such a genius quote. Yeah. The why of why I'm grinding at the grit is for my family. But yeah, if I just like grind and I forget the why, focusing on the what, you just look back and you just have like a hollow life, which that's way interesting. I love that.
If you had the world's attention for 1 minute, I mean, you've dropped so many bars. What would you want them to know?
World attention for 1 minute. Dude, I think as well. See, let's like, business is so important. Leveling up is so important. And just going back to like the why of things, dude, like focus on actually what is the most important in your life. Like, work is so important, but there's so many guys in our industry, dude, they're sacrificing time with their spouse. They're sacrificing time with their kids. Like they put things just on the back burner to get ahead. And that's amazing, dude. And I think even Todd would say the same thing. Like, dude, I know that guy grinded more than anybody.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I know, like, we went to his house one night and like, dude, his wife was ready for us to lock in till 2 a.m. And like, we were there till like midnight. She's like, oh, you guys are like done now? We're like, what are you talking about? Like, we're like done now. Like, my wife is pissed at home right now. Where I think, dude, if everyone could focus on like what, to your point, like their why, dude, I think everyone would not like work less. I think everyone would just work harder in the time that they're working. Right. And I think that like you would get the same amount done, if not more, if you were really just focusing on your why. And I think that has been the pivot at the grit, that it's like, okay, you guys go hard, get what you want, but don't ever do it at the sacrifice of dude, it's just taking that the exact quote of your why. Right. Like, take care of your spouse. You can go grind. Dude, if you need to take a day to like be with your wife because she's struggling, dude, do it. Like, yeah, your golden door is important, dude. Yeah, if you got to be out there another day, do it. If your wife is struggling, dude, spend a day with her. Right. Spend a morning with her. Like, oh, your kids, like, you've got this and you're going to miss this recruiting meeting or this big grit, conference. Dude, that's okay. Your kid's getting baptized. Your kid's got a graduation. Like, oh, shoot, you're going to miss the executive meeting because your 4-year-old's graduating nature school. Like, dude, miss those. Right. Miss those meetings. And I think if everybody kind of took on that, we'd just have like a better world. But also I think door to door and summer sales would be a lot more sustainable. I think the shelf life of the rep would be a lot more sustainable if we didn't focus so much on the what and a lot more on the why, which I hope that it can be more sustainable and route and capture more people. But I think it's just taking a minute to step back and slow down and really determine like what you want and like, do you really want that?
Yeah.
You know,
I'd love that. Garth, you're a stud.
Hey, thanks for having me, dude.
This has been fun. Thanks for listening, everybody. If you got value, share with a friend. And until next time, peace.